Hi friends, good morning. Welcome to DevOps Titan. I'm your friend Santosh Kumar and you are watching DevOps Titan YouTube channel. In this channel, we cover topics on certification, technologies, troubleshooting scenarios, questions and answers, and many other things. So if you are working as an IT professional or you are working as a DevOps engineer, administrator, developer, then this channel may add some values and may inspire you time to time. I recommend you to subscribe to this channel. And today we are going to discuss about this certification. I have created a document for you, and the name of this document is Happy Certification. And this document is on Red Hat OpenShift Administration 2, and the code is DO280. In this video, we are going to cover about how to pursue Red Hat DO280 certification, the eligibility criteria, current demands, exam syllabus, cost and duration, passing score, difficulty level, exam syllabus, training cost by Red Hat, exam environment, and most important, questions and answers. So if you are preparing for exam, Red Hat OpenShift exam, and I'm sure if you're watching this video, somewhere you are thinking in back of your mind either to start preparing for Red Hat OpenShift certification, or you are about to write that certification and you are looking just for some kind of guidance. And that's the main purpose of this video, to inspire you for this certification exam. Okay, so I wrote my exam yesterday and I have lots of stories and experience to tell about it, and definitely that will benefit to all of you. So please watch this video till the end. I'm going to give a lot of stories which can help you from trouble. And once again, before I start, please take a moment, subscribe to this channel, give me a support which will inspire me to make more videos. Like and share it with your colleagues and friends who are preparing for this certification exam. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so in this video, this document, don't worry about this document. I'm going to share it with all of you, all those who have subscribed. This will not be given in a public under this document will not be available for everyone in that YouTube description. It will be only shared to those who want and those who have subscribed to our YouTube channel. So it won't be available for all. So just subscribe and let me know. I will share this document to you. Okay, so the introduction, you can read it. I won't take much time. I will cover the more important topics. Who should pursue this Red Hat certification? So if you are working as a system administrator, like if you are supporting application on AKS or EKS, and you are deploying and you are creating infrastructure, or you're deploying applications, or we'll just take a typical example, like you are a middleware engineer where you deploy application, you are working on automations, and you are deploying, the developer gives you a code and you are deploying it on OpenShift, on JBoss, Tomcat, WebLogic, WebSphere, or other type of operating system, or other type of application servers, right? So if you are the one who is doing these kind of role, this certification will help you, especially when your organization is migrating and planning to use OpenShift in their environment. Then definitely you should acquire this certification and gain the skills. If you are an application developer whose end product is going to be run on OpenShift, if you are a DevOps, mostly you are playing the combined role of system administrator and application developers. You are working on automation and suddenly you came to know that there is a project coming up on OpenShift, then definitely you should also be familiar to deploy, manage, automate stuffs on OpenShift. So definitely these three categories of people should go for it. Now the question is, okay, I am working as a DevOps engineer, that's good, or I'm working as a system administrator or developer, but am I qualified now, or do I need to get some more qualification before writing that exam? Yeah, so this is covered. Minimum you should have an understanding on how containerization or Docker works. Not too much in detail about the Docker, but you should have a basic fair ideas. So when I say fair ideas, just knowing the Docker definition will not work. You should actually have gone through the Docker course, or you have worked or installed, run some Docker, or do have some manage some Docker. That will help. Um, you should also have a good amount of basic knowledge of Linux environment, where you should know how to edit a file, delete a file, navigate to a directory, install a package, for example yum install, sudo yum install the package name, and then accept, and you should be able to navigate, you should be able to search a file. So they might give an exam a script name, they will say it is there on the server, go ahead and execute it. So you should be able to run a search command on system and find that file if such kind of thing comes. So that is the basic understanding. Container world knowledge you should have, and basic idea of Red Hat. If you have these two, you can appear for this exam. Now, how much is the difficulty level? Is it going to be easy, tough? We'll cover that down the line. So, but as I said, the basic minimum criteria is you should have the container knowledge, and you should have Red Hat Linux knowledge. Okay, if you have working experience on Kubernetes, you are almost ready for writing the exam. Just prepare a couple of 2 to 3 weeks of preparation is required, because in OpenShift around 70 to 80% of concept is same based on Kubernetes. Some 10 to 15% of concept they have included their own on top of existing Kubernetes. So definitely you need to invest some good amount of time to learn it, otherwise it will be tough and challenging to pass the exam. Okay, so now next is one is current demand for OpenShift professionals in the job market. There's a huge demand. So right now OpenShift is based on Kubernetes. Kubernetes is an open platform anyone can use in their organization, and there is no support at this moment. So no organization wants to run on a piece of software where if they are stuck at some level, and the developer says they are good at their end, administrator says they are good at their end, but no one knows why the application is failing. So this is the situation where to solve these kind of scenarios, they go for, always the industries goes for a licensed version of product, and that's where Red Hat comes. So now what advantage Red Hat has based on EKS and Azure AKS and GCP based Kubernetes, that almost right now out of 100% around IT business Linux infrastructure, the applications where the operating system on which IT applications are running, mostly it is Linux infrastructure, and the majority is Linux. So it is very easy to integrate OpenShift on Linux. So Linux, they already have in the IT industries, they already have Linux operating system. Their applications are running on top of it, and lot of advantage and discounts OpenShift is nowadays giving to promote this in the existing IT sectors. So slowly and gradually many organizations are adopting it, and they will adopt more because of the licensing cost compared to AWS, Azure, and Google, and also the support system is very good. Okay, so definitely if you are looking for an enhancement in your career, upgrading your skill, look for it. This is going to be a good certification. Exam syllabus. So exam is broadly classified into these 4 categories. I'm going to give a rough idea what these categories are. Configuring, authentication, and authorization. So in this section, examiner wants to test your skill, whether you are able to create user in OpenShift or not. You are able to create groups. You are able to assign user under groups. Whether you are able to give roles, assign roles to a user, assign roles to a group, whether you are able to restrict access to certain resources in certain projects. So those kind of skills, they will give 4 or 5 questions in the exam based on that. Create some user, add that user in so and so group. User in that group should not have this access on the project. So you should have a good amount of understanding to perform these tasks. Okay. Configure application security. So here in exam they will give you a scenario like when in security in terms of OpenShift is managed using secrets. So they will ask you to demonstrate skills of creating secrets, deleting it, managing it, editing it, using that secret in a pod, like how you will mount that secret in a deployment or pod, how will you make changes in existing secrets value. So those demonstrations will be expected from you during exam, and there would be 2 to 3 questions based on this section. The section you should have a good knowledge. Configuring OpenShift networking for applications. So there are 3 concepts here. So deployment, which has pod, services which are linked with the deployment, and then route which is linked with the service. So sometimes they will give a scenario where there's a link is broken between deployment and services. Sometimes the link will be broken between services and route, or sometimes they will ask you to create service and route for a deployment. So like this, they will give 2 to 3 questions in exam, and they will test your skill. And the last one is the pod. So they want to test your skill, whether you understand taint, whether you understand labels. Are you if there is a scenario where the pod or pod should be scheduled on certain nodes only, then whether you are able to do or not. They will try to apply some kind of taint, and they want to see whether you are able to run that pod on the node where taint is applied or not. And if they only wants you to run the pod on those nodes where taint is, which is in default scenarios, always the pod will go to other node where that taint is not there. So in that case, you will have to overwrite, or you will have to remove the taint, right? So those skills will be tested under this section. So there will be total 16 questions in exam based on these 4 broad categories, and you should write those. You should solve those 16 questions. Exam cost and duration. Exam cost is 400 USD. Duration is 3 hours. In some countries, this exam cost might be little lower. So check as per your country what is the exam cost. Okay. DO exam passing score and difficulty level. Total exam points are for 300 points. Passing score is 210, that is around 70%. Difficulty level is moderate to challenging. Okay, moderate is for those who has CKA work experience. If you are already familiar with CKA, have good amount of work experience, it is moderate for you. 2 to 3 weeks you will practice in a good amount every day, couple of hours, and you will be able to pass this certification. If you have not worked on Kubernetes, neither you have theoretical knowledge about the Kubernetes, first time, and you are going to start right from that OpenShift, then this is going to be challenging. You need to practice a lot, you need to study a lot, you need to have a good understanding, to good skill to understand what book is trying to explain you about. Okay, so it is going to be challenging, and you need to do a lot of practice. How to schedule your exam? So here is the link. Go to this link, select your exam. I have given the code DO280 exam, right? You search that course, make the payment of the fee, and then you schedule your exam. The exam can be either given in a center or given remotely on your laptop. So again, there's a big story, and very, 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 very important. I don't know how many times I should say very, but if you are writing exam remotely, see my video under DevOps Titan. There would be a video on how to prepare for your laptop just before the exam. So just to give you in a short, I had two laptops and I was confident. One was MacBook, one was PC. Both had 16 GB of RAM and sufficient open space available. But my both laptops were not compatible, and this I had not run the compatibility check till my exam was in the night, and till 4 or 5 o'clock I had not run the compatibility check. So 4 o'clock when I started running the compatibility check on my MacBook first, the support team, they said your MacBook is not compatible. So MacBook bought after 2019 is having some issues. I don't know what does that mean. Then they said okay, I had another laptop, Lenovo ThinkPad. I tried to use that. Then they said Lenovo ThinkPad Yoga model is also not compatible. Oh man. Then I bought a laptop Genbook from Best Buy, and that Genbook uh, was compatible, but the kind of their software which they gave to for to prepare the lab environment, to prepare the exam environment, the software was crashing on that laptop. Okay, even though the laptop had 16 GB of RAM, which I bought from Samsung, it was not working. I tried for a couple of hours and then I gave up. Again, I went back to Best Buy. I returned that laptop, got another laptop. This time, this laptop loaded software, that software which they give for exam software properly. Everything came up fine, no issues. But my laptop was not connecting with Wi-Fi, because that particular laptop, the driver which they had, Wi-Fi driver, that driver was not compatible with Red Hat OS, whatever they gave for exam environment. So the only other way was to connect my laptop with LAN cable, and unfortunately nowadays many new laptops, they don't come with LAN cable, so that is a big disadvantage. So my second laptop which I had bought from Best Buy, that was also not compatible. I had to go back again to Best Buy and I bought a desktop this time, and this desktop had LAN cable, 8 GB of RAM, and this time it worked. So definitely you should and must watch how to run compatibility check on your system. Make sure you are doing it at least couple of days in advance, not like me doing it on the last day. Otherwise you are keeping your certification at risk. Okay, so training cost, if you are planning to get trained by Red Hat, the training cost is around you see $4,280. Little expensive, isn't it? So this cost might also cover your certification cost, which is $400. So but still 4,280 is very expensive. Okay, in exam, so as I said, this number one is your laptop. So on this laptop you are connected on your laptop you are connected to exam operating system. Okay, from that exam operating system, during when your exam is running or just started, they will give an instruction. They will give a host name, user ID and password. Using that, you need to SSH from your laptop, your exam environment, to another server. Okay, and then you run all your commands for the given question. You run all the commands on system 2, and this system 2 is connected with your cluster, master and worker. Okay, so that's what you need to do. So in exam, once you log in, open terminal and write SSH, then the username at the rate the name of the host, which they will provide in the instruction just a moment you will have your exams ready, right? Then comes sample question and answer. Already this video is too long. I don't want to take everyone's time because there are not too many people they are interested to know about the question at this moment. I will create a separate video where I will explain in detail about each and every question. So please monitor this. Please like this video, comment and subscribe it, so that next time whenever I release that next video, you get a notification and you will be updated. This channel is for all those who are, if you are part of a DevOps admin, administrator or developer, this channel is for you. So a lot of inspiring content and stories will come. So please do subscribe. And if you have any feedback or any correction for me in this video, please suggest me. Thank you very much.